but for you, just click on next until it installs. So after successful installation, you'll have a folder on your disk C like this one. So if I come on my disk C, I'll have a folder here called XAMPP, and this inside this XAMPP you'll have your files like these ones. So these files is where you shall be locating we shall be locating our PHP files or project files. For example, you have this file called htdocs. That's going to be our public website, our public place where we'll be putting where I'll be putting our websites. To access anything that is here in htdocs, we need a link, and to get the link that will access there is we use the link called localhost. So if I put localhost, I'll be able to do what? To access my files. But before we put the localhost, we need to start the XAMPP itself. To start the XAMPP. Otherwise, if I don't start XAMPP on my server, it will not be able to do what? To work. So to open XAMPP, I'll just simply come to start here, and see the XAMPP is here. So I just click on XAMPP control panel, and then the XAMPP will be able to do what? To open. So to make our website, to make our computer work like servers, I need to first start the XAMPP. And to start the XAMPP, is here where there is Apache, is our PHP processor. Otherwise, if you don't have Apache, then you don't have a PHP processor. So I have to start this PHP processor by simply clicking on what? On start. And then I click on start. I'll just come here and type localhost, or you can simply click here on admin, then you will be taken to the PHP. So when I click on, when I type localhost and press enter, don't put 8080. For me, I have 8080 for a reason. For now, just put the word localhost. So I press localhost and enter. I'll be able to see the dashboard of my admin of PHP. And then if you can see this, then it means that you have successfully installed your your PHP in a computer. So right now I'm going to make a simple project that we are going to use to learn in. So I'm going to just come here to htdocs, and I'm going to navigate to my XAMPP, and to navigate to the XAMPP folder, there are two ways. One way is just opening your control panel, XAMPP, by simply coming to start, and then just like that I've shown you, and then you click here on explore. When you click on explore, it can simply take you to a place where you can do what? You can store your project files. Now here we have a specific place where we have to store our files, not anywhere. Before, when we were dealing with HTML, we could store our files anywhere. But at this moment, we are going to store them in a specific place which will work as our server. So I'm going to click on explore to open that place. So I'll click on explore here, and I'll be taken to this place. Remember, I even showed you how to navigate to this place, okay? By simply coming to your files, and then you come to what? To C, and then you come to XAMPP, and then come to what? To htdocs. But mine, I'll have to first enter here, and then you'll see. So htdocs is a place where we shall be putting our what? We shall be putting our projects, and I've shown you two ways of how to reach there. One is through using the command prompt, and the other way is through using the control panel of your XAMPP, and then just click on explore, and you'll be able to do what? To reach there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to enter inside this htdocs, and this is where we shall be creating different projects of PHP. So right now I'm going to create a single project, and I'm going to learn _PHP. Okay, learn PHP. So that is the folder that I'm going to be that I'm going to do what? To work with. So to access this folder, I'll just simply come and put here localhost stroke the name of the folder. Localhost stroke the name of the folder, then I'll be able to access that folder within my website, within my browser. So you see, everything that is here has been placed here. So if I come here and put, for example, let me get one image. I put, for example, let me get here one image .png. I put maybe an image in this folder. Which image is this? Okay. Okay, just get here an image. I put inside this folder. Okay, let me get, for example, this one. Okay, I put this image in this folder. So if I come and process, you'll see that image will be listed here. So I mean that, but I did not process, I did not pass directly to access this image. This image has been processed through what? Through the XAMPP. So if I click on this image, you'll be able to see that image here. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to stop XAMPP and see if I'll be able to access it. So I'm going to first stop Apache, okay, and you see if it will have a meaning to stop Apache. So to stop Apache, I'll just click here, and then if I process here, then you'll see they say the website cannot be found. If I pass through XAMPP and then the website, I'll see the website cannot be found. So I'm going to create a very simple file. That's the first thing. So it means that to process a PHP file on XAMPP or on our server, this Apache must be started. Otherwise, if it's not started, then we cannot be able to process. So this Apache is just like our local server. I'm going to open this project and put there a simple file. So a PHP file, or a file that will have PHP code, it must have an extension of PHP. So I'm going to right click here and create that file, or I can just simply open this folder within my text editor. To do that, I'll just come and open here my Sublime Text. I'll open new instance by pressing Ctrl+Shift+N, and I'll get the new instance of Sublime Text. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come to this folder, then I'll drag and drop this folder here. You remember, you see, this is htdocs and this is our folder learn.php. So I'll drag and drop it here, and then I'll be able to see all my files listed here. Even the image that I copied there is there. So here I'm going to create a what? I'm going to create a PHP file. So to create a PHP file, I'm going to call it 1.php, just for testing. Or I'm going to call it test.php. So to create a PHP file, I just say save, Ctrl+S, and then I'll come to the folder that I'm working with, which is here, htdocs, and I'll come to learn.php, learn.php, and under there I'm going to put this file that I'm working with. So I'm going to say test.php. Okay, so if I put test.php, I'll see my PHP file there. I'll see my PHP file. I can say this is a PHP file. So if I save, Ctrl+S, then I come and then I refresh, I'll be able to see this test file. So I mean that if I put here stroke test.php, I'll be able to see this is my PHP. This is a PHP file. Okay, but here there is no PHP code. Okay, so to write PHP code, it must be first inside the file with the extension of .php. Remember, I can put here any file of any kind of extension. It can be .php, .html, anything. Okay, but for a PHP code to work, first of all, the extension must be .php. Otherwise, if the extension is not .php, then the code will not work of PHP. So I want to put here the code of PHP. So to put the code of PHP, first of all, you must surround it with a PHP tag. So you can simply write PHP tag and press the tab key, or you manually write it by simply writing the less than sign and put a question mark and write the word PHP. And then to close it, just put and close like this, question mark and then the greater than sign. And then between there, you can write your PHP code. So here I can write, outside this code, I can write anything that I want. Okay, here it is working outside the code. But inside the PHP tags, I cannot write anything that I want. I must follow the syntax of PHP. For example, you can see here, I've tried to put anything without considering the syntax inside the tags of PHP. So what should you expect? We should expect a what? An error. You can see we have got errors that are warning us that what we did was not right. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to just display something in PHP using PHP. So to display something using PHP, you cannot say, for example, my name is maybe Mohindo. So this is no, with HTML this is the right way. You can do it like this. With HTML, for example, I can put this one. This is okay with HTML. But in PHP, that's not allowed. For example, I cannot do like this. It's not allowed. So I want to present this using PHP. So if you want to present something inside using PHP, you have to use the word echo, or the keyword echo. So when you use keyword echo, and then you can pass a string that you want to present. So I can put double quotes, which is represent a string, and then I put there whatever I want to represent, and at the end of the line I must put a what? A semicolon. So by doing this, I will have echoed my name through the PHP. So if I come and refresh, you can see there is no change, but we know this one comes from PHP. I can as well first store this name, intro, inside what? Inside a variable. In PHP, to create a variable that you can reuse later, you begin with the what? With a dollar sign. For example, I can say this is, and then put the what? The name of the variable. For example, I can say intro is equal to, my name is Mohindo Mubarak, and then I can put comma, I am maybe 25 years old. Okay, so that can be just a simple intro. Now if I do like this, it will not do anything. Why? Because I have not echoed it. If I want to echo it, I can just copy this, and then I come down here and say echo intro. So by echoing intro means that I am printing this intro, or I'm displaying it. So if I refresh here, you see my name is Mohindo, I'm 25 years old. Okay, so this file has been processed through PHP. Now what do you mean by saying processing? So if you want to process a file, you must first pass through what? Through XAMPP, just like the way I have told you, through localhost. But if you don't want to process a file, you can just simply drag and drop it in the browser and be able to do what? To see the file. So what I'm going to do right now, this file is being processed. Let us see the difference, like a file which is processed and the one that is not processed. If I pass through localhost, it is processed. Remember, I can simply get this file through this folder, learn PHP, and then this is the file, test.php. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drag and drop it into our browser. Drag and drop it there. So can you see? This is a file that is not processed because I've just opened it directly, and you can see we are having things like intro, my name is Mohindo Mubarak, and then echo this, and then the PHP tags are there. This thing is not processed because you can see it is having no meaning. In fact, like it is not processed, you can see, but here you can see the file is really processed. Okay, because let me try to show you. Let me, for example, I can say age, maybe last age. I can say last age is equal to maybe 24, and then I can say this age, current age. I want to do something that will do some processing. Current age is equal to what? Is equal to last age plus 1. Okay, so current age is equal to last age plus 1. So to concatenate something in PHP, if I want to add there something, I can just, if I want to combine something, I just put this curly bracket and I pass there the name of the variable. Then whatever I pass there, the name of the variable, it will be substituted. So let us see now. For a processed file, you see, I am 25 years old because it just got this 24 and added 1 and it substituted it here. Then it became 25 years old. But this file that I just drag and drop into the browser without being processed, you can see there's nothing that has been processed. Last age is 24, current age is last plus 1, and then my name is this and this, and then you can see nothing has been processed. Why? We did not pass through the local host. So that's why we need XAMPP to be processing our PHP code.